Mrs. Beeton's Book of Household Management, 1861. The unrivalled architect of the Victorian British home. Mrs. Beeton's recipe for rabbit stew may never have said, first catch your rabbit, but in planning a kitchen, she was adamant. A good kitchen firstly requires largeness of dimension and convenience of distribution within its parts. Until that time, roasting was on spits before open fires, so secondly, Mrs. Beeton strongly urged obtaining the new patented invention, a civilized kitchen range, so that much trouble is saved. Thirdly, plenty of fuel and water should be readily available, so as to offer the smallest possible trouble in reaching them. Fourthly, a good kitchen requires excellence of light, height of ceiling, and good ventilation. Fifthly, there should be easiness of access, but finally it should be remote, so that visitors or guests may neither perceive odours incident to cooking or hear the noise of culinary operations. Kitchens were immense, wages low and labour plentiful, and food was freshly prepared for each meal by staff anxious for the work. Just as Mrs. Beeton frequently instructed take 6 eggs, her formula for a successful kitchen also contained 6 basic requirements. Sound advice when elegant living and large leisurely meals were fashionable. But times change, and with it the eating habits, the meals and preparation methods. One of the biggest changes is to electricity, to satisfy the increasing demand for 24-hour eating facilities from today's very much more mobile public, which extends even to the air, where round the clock thousands of hot meals are served without question. Haute cuisine now accounts for less than 10% of meals served. The remaining 90% or so is popular catering, of which the greater part are snacks to be served as quickly and as cheaply as possible. To provide for this revolutionary change in eating habits, equally dramatic alterations have been introduced by the successful caterer in order to combat rising costs and to profit from the changes. Mrs. Beeton's advice on kitchen planning a century ago, although still basically sound, was not concerned with economics, which is the foremost consideration today. When this public house in Essex was being converted to meet a local need for a restaurant within a pub, the kitchen could not be made any larger due to planning requirements and costs. Greater output is now available from compact multi-purpose electric equipment, making very much smaller kitchens possible. Fortunately, the costly largeness of dimensions, once essential, are no longer a requirement of today's all-electric kitchen, enabling valuable space to be utilized for a larger dining room. Modular metric equipment with internationally standard sizes allows easy sighting and interchangeability of apparatus, and good ventilation is also easily obtained today without the need for high ceilings. Smaller, lighter equipment, such as electric air circulation ovens with their decreased load-bearing requirements, allows kitchens to be located on the top floor, as in this store, where in addition it has been possible to provide a staff dining room leading to their private roof garden. The greatly increased mobility of the public is producing a quickly growing market for meals served over longer periods, and successful caterers are profiting by providing the new style service required. This 100-room Surrey hotel has expanded from a 9-room derelict house by catering for air crews who can today relax, swim in a pool or take a meal at any time during the day or night. The chefs, who are accustomed to producing breakfasts and dinners simultaneously, as well as many unusual international variations to please their regulars from all over the world, rely on electric equipment, including microwave ovens, to provide the versatility required. Sudden influxes of delayed passengers from Gatwick Airport are fed and catered for from a separate kitchen at the hotel, with fewer staff available to prepare meals over longer periods. Alongside fast new micro-air ovens for traditional catering, increasing use is being made of quality prepared foods. Whether they are canned, dehydrated, frozen or fresh, they offer savings in labour and, what is more important to the architect, a reduction in the need for preparation areas and storage space. The first requirement in planning any commercial kitchen is to know the range of menus, numbers to be fed and over what period. With this hotel cold store, it was possible to serve 1,500 meals suddenly in a weekend. With accepted use of quality prepared frozen foods, blast freezing techniques have become part of the curriculum in catering colleges. At university, research and developments in catering and hotel management are being studied, and the catering industry, which today employs over 1 million people, is increasingly accepting changes and recognizing the advantages afforded by electricity. Electricity meets all catering requirements, is easy to install and is clean and fume-free. Kitchen layout is easy and there is complete control, safety and isolation through compact modern distribution boxes. As for today's equivalent of a civilized cooking range, this could be microwave, forced air circulation, grill or pressure steamer, depending on menu, location, style of service and staff available. In today's planning for the commercial kitchen of the future, Mrs. Beeton's long-established 6 points remain relevant. This planning must take into account greater electrical usage and ensure this contains reserve capacity to meet future demand. Your electricity board will advise you how to employ the full potential of electricity in meeting your client's brief. Your electricity board gives you access to the planning services provided completely free by experienced staff at the Electric Catering Centre in London.